we look into the Alabama secondary and a group that you want to see be dominant, play the ball, create turnovers, bat passes down, just make receivers' lives a living nightmare out there on the field. And when you look at the secondary, quite a couple of guys came back that could have went pro. Jordan Battle could have went pro, decided to come back. Why? Unfinished business. DeMarco Helms could have went pro, decided to come back. Why? Unfinished business. You got a veteran secondary, and then you add Elirix to the conversation, the transfer from LSU who played in 16 games in 2 seasons, 2020 and 2021. But the question is, can this Alabama secondary, can this veteran group shut opposing wide receivers down? This is the question that you as Alabama fans are asking. And it has the potential to do this, especially with Travaris Robinson as the new cornerbacks coach coming over from Miami. He really looked good coaching these guys in the spring. You can tell Coach Saban really trusts him as Saban kind of took a step back and let Robinson really be hands-on and coaching the corners. Charles Kelly coaching the safeties once again this year. Nick Saban still in the area, being hands-on, involved with the DBs, but you're seeing a bit more this year of him pulling a little bit back off and allowing these assistant coaches to coach these young men on the field. But the big question starts off here with the secondary is Elirix, and a lot has been made of him, and for obvious reasons. I mean, coming from LSU, his career in 2 seasons, 16 games, despite a shoulder injury limiting him to 6 games a season ago. Rix, 31 tackles, 6 pass breakups, 5 interceptions. 4 of those picks came in his freshman year. He was a freshman All-SEC performer. I believe a freshman All-American as well, if that serves correctly. That serves correctly. The point being, Rix did big work as a freshman and in 2 seasons with LSU. And at 6'2", 190 pounds from California, the former 5-star in the 2020 class, he brings a lot to the table. He brings size, he brings quickness, he brings athleticism, he brings versatility, he brings ball skills, he brings coverage skills, he's a secure tackler, he's a ball hawk. He can do quite the amount of things. Very technical, very technique sound, savvy dude. And even in the spring game, playing on the second team defense, Team Crimson, Rix did have 5 tackles, kept plays in front of him, did not give up a whole bunch of plays, locked down on his area. And what's interesting is he posted some words, some big positive words of affirmation on his bathroom mirror. And a few of those things just so happen to be, getting 5+ interceptions this season, getting 20+ pass breakups, being the Jim Thorpe Award winner, which that award goes to the nation's top defensive back in college football, being a first-team All-American, being a national champion, being a first-round draft pick, top 10 draft pick. All of these things Rix put on his mirror. He put, remind guys who you are, remind guys that you are that dude. He put all of this on his mirror. And this is big, and this is huge, this is good. And you want this because you want a guy having that type of mentality as a defensive back. The question is, will he bring those same attributes from LSU to Alabama? Can he be that corner that takes away a whole side of the field? Can he be that corner that plays like a Dre Kirkpatrick, a D. Milner, a Marlon Humphrey, a Cyrus Jones, a Levi Wallace, an Anthony Abbott, a Patrick Surtain? Can he play like that? That's the big thing. Because if he can play like that, then that's going to make the safety's job easier. Whoever plays star, their job easier. Whoever's the opposite corner of Rix, their job easier. It's going to make so much easier if Rix can take what he did in 2 seasons at LSU and apply it from start to finish at Alabama. He picked up the system. He picked up things throughout spring ball. But if he can take what he did for the Bayou Bengals and play that over here in Tuscaloosa, it's a big deal because the opposite corner spot, you got a battle here between Kool-Aid McKinstry and Kyrie Jackson. Who wins that role? Who takes it between Kool-Aid and Kyrie? Both had improvement, big improvement in spring ball. Kyrie had 2 pass breakups in the A-Day game. He did some big stuff. Kool-Aid McKinstry had a pass breakup, kept plays in front of him. Kool-Aid all offseason has been working with Justin Woodall, former Alabama safety, on the fine details of how to be a defensive back. Kyrie Jackson, I don't know if he's been training with somebody in the offseason, but he really looked good in spring. And both guys had strong seasons last year. They did good. Kool-Aid, first team All-SEC. Kyrie Jackson did some good things coming over from JUCO. But if Elirix is all that we think he's going to be, then who takes that second job? Does Kool-Aid take it? Does Kyrie take it? And that's a question for U.S. fans. And for me, I know I've put my money, my chips there on McKinstry just due to the 5-star talent coming out of high school. But no, Kyrie showed me a little bit some of that A-Day game. He showed me a little bit. The range, the balance, the control, staying in front of the receiver, breaking up the ball. You got 3 guys who can all be starters. Rick's starter material. Kool-Aid starter material. Kyrie starter material. All these guys can be starters. That's a good thing. The competition has matured all 3 guys and is maturing all 3 guys. So that's going to be fun there. Between Kool-Aid and Kyrie, who snatches that other corner spot here and making this secondary really, really, really good. And then Malachi Moore. We all saw what he was as a freshman. 6 pass breakups, 3 interceptions, 4 tackles for loss, 44 total tackles, freshman All-SEC, freshman All-American, second team All-SEC. I mean, the guy was just a baller his entire freshman year. Played a huge role in Alabama going undefeated, perfect national championship season in 2020. But last season, you didn't see much of Malachi on the field. I mean, yeah, you saw him on special teams, and that was cool. But when you're used to seeing somebody as a starter in that defensive secondary, and then the next year they're not, you wonder, okay, what happened? What went wrong? What transpired? Miss seeing that guy on the field. Now, part of the reason was Brian Branch was just that good. And he was. 55 tackles, 5 of those for loss, a team-high 9 pass breakups. Brian Branch wasn't playing around. Brian Branch was taking everybody's cookies, and he was doing that. And you can expect even more big things from him this season. But when you look at Malachi, can he get back to that highly impactful, productive player he was from his freshman campaign? He had a good spring. He's back 100% healthy. Malachi in the A-Day game, despite him slipping and falling on that 52-yard touchdown pass from Jalen Milroe to Christian Leary, Moore did have 7 tackles and 1 pass breakup. So he had a good spring. But can he get back to what he was his freshman year? Because if he can, he unlocks a lot of that secondary due to how cerebral he is, his intelligence, his IQ, his feel for the game. Having him back full throttle really unlocks all areas of the defensive secondary. I think this group can really be a good group, but it comes down to, is Ricks all we think he is? Kyrie and Kool-Aid, who takes that second corner spot? And can we see a Malachi Moore from his freshman year resurface this time around? We get all those 3 things in the pot here. This is going to be a dangerous secondary to mess with.